Pop Smoke was born as Bashar Barakah Jackson on July 20, 1999 in Brooklyn, New York. His mother is Jamaican and his father is Panamanian. He has a brother, Bashar Jackson, who is also a music artist. Bashar grew up in Canarsie, Brooklyn, and he attended 9 different schools. He was expelled from the 8th grade for bringing a gun to school. Because of this, Pop Smoke was put on house arrest for 2 years and he had to wear an ankle bracelet during this period. He was only allowed to go to school while he was on house arrest. Bashar claimed that this is the only reason why he was able to get his diploma. At 15 years old, he received a basketball scholarship to a prep school in Philadelphia, but unfortunately he was forced to stop playing competitive basketball due to the fact that he was diagnosed with a heart murmur 6 months into the program. In an interview with XXL, Pop said that he returned to Canarsie after this and turned to street life. At the age of just 16, Bashar was already driving a BMW 5 Series. Pop Smoke explained in an interview with the LA Leakers that coming from the hood, there are 3 options to survive and make it out of there: to rap, play ball, or sell drugs. Pop said that he did all of them and that he was good at it. Before he started rapping, he was playing ball and later he turned to street life since he was not permitted to play competitive basketball. However, a chance to get out of the street life appeared in 2018 during a studio session with rapper and friend Jay Guapo. Pop Smoke's music career actually started by accident. During a studio session in 2018, with friend and rapper Jay Guapo, Guapo fell asleep because he was too high on drugs. Having already paid for the studio session, Pop went up and picked up the mic to try rapping for the first time. He started making remixes to popular songs within the Brooklyn drill scene by looking up beats on YouTube. One of these beats would end being Pop Smoke's first song that was ever released. NPR, which is a remix to Chef G's Panic Part 3. NPR gained a lot of streams and views in just a few days. In January 2019, he released Flexin', and after that his music career and popularity skyrocketed. He became friends with Rico Beats, an acquaintance of Steven Victor. Steven is owner of Victor Victor Worldwide, which is a subsidiary of Universal Music Group. Pop Smoke signed to Victor Victor Worldwide in April 2019. This was also the month that Pop Smoke released Welcome to the Party, which would gain him mainstream success. It was one of the hottest singles during the summer of 2019 and it was streamed all over the world. The song would even gain more attention due to the 2 remixes that were made, one featuring Nicki Minaj and one with British rapper Skepta. Pop Smoke released his first mixtape, Meet the Woo, on July 26, 2019. His second mixtape, Meet the Woo 2, would follow on February 7, 2020. His debut studio album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon would posthumously be released on July 3, 2020. Pop Smoke was one of the first rappers from Brooklyn who used drill beats from the UK. Pop will always be known as the artist who built the bridge between the UK and New York drill scene. Although he was not the first New York artist who used UK drill beats, he surely made good use of it and he made the Brooklyn drill scene go worldwide. This is also the reason why many people see Pop Smoke as the face of the Brooklyn drill scene and the drill scene in general. Bashar worked frequently with 808 Mello, a UK-based producer. Pop started his music career by searching for drill beats on YouTube and he came across 808 Mello. He started using his beats, but he didn't pay for them. After 808 Mello discovered that Pop was getting a lot of attention rapping on his beats, he confronted him about a compensation for the beats. Pop thought that his management took care of the payments. Instead of giving 808 Mello money, Pop decided to flew him out to New York to work on his debut mixtape, Meet the Woo. The duo went on to make many hits together. Dior, Welcome to the Party and Gaddy are just a few examples of hits that the superb duo made together. If you want to know more about Pop Smoke's music career, projects and features/singles, take a look at the Pop Smoke discography page. We discuss everything related to his music career on that page. Pop Smoke explained, in a Genius interview, that his artist name is a combination of the words Papa and Smoke O Guap. His grandma gave him the nickname Papa, and his childhood friends always called him Smoke O Guap. But his friends didn't want to call him Papa, so they decided to call him Pop. The Pop and the Smoke just mixed together, and this is how Bashar came up with the name that would be known all over the world, Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke was tragically murdered during a home invasion robbery in Hollywood, Los Angeles on February 19, 2020. Pop Smoke was visiting Los Angeles to celebrate the release of Meet the Woo 2 and to promote the mixtape which dropped on February 7. For the visit he and a few friends were renting a multi-million-dollar mansion in Hollywood via Airbnb. On the 19th of February, around 4:30 a.m., at least 4 hooded men broke into the house, including one person carrying a handgun. There were multiple people inside the house besides Pop Smoke, but the burglars only ran into Pop Smoke. The person carrying the handgun shot Pop Smoke twice in his torso, which ended up being fatal. The LAPD got a call about the home invasion from the East Coast and arrived 6 minutes later at the mansion. Pop Smoke was brought to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center where doctors opened up the left side of his chest in an attempt to save his life. Unfortunately, it had no impact and Pop Smoke was announced dead at the same hospital where another Brooklyn legend, Biggie Smalls, lost his life. Pop Smoke's cause of death was a gunshot wound to the torso. It is really sad to realize that Pop Smoke survived the hood in Brooklyn and ended up dying in Hollywood at such a brutal way and young age. On February 19, the rap scene lost one of his most talented artists, and the world lost a young legend. Pop Smoke would only reach the age of 20, may he rest in peace. Many things are still unclear about what exactly happened that day. The LAPD started the investigation by detaining and interviewing the people who were inside the house, but the witnesses weren't cooperative or gave unreliable statements. Due to the fact that there were no reliable witnesses and the situation with the coronavirus, it looked like the case would not be solved for a long time. Furthermore, the LAPD couldn't find a motive for the killing. They first believed that it was a gang-related murder, because of Pop Smoke's ties with the Crips. However, this scenario was quickly ruled out. The investigation was further complicated because Pop Smoke accidentally leaked his address when he received presents from his friend, Mike Amiri. Pop and his friend Mike D also posted some pictures online where the address of the house could be seen while they were flexing with piles of cash and jewelry. This meant that the murder could also be the result of a robbery gone wrong. The LAPD was found with a difficult challenge to solve the murder. But, on July 9, 2020, completely out of the blue, 5 suspects were arrested in connection to Pop Smoke's murder. The LAPD found the alleged killers the old-fashioned way, by knocking on doors of houses in the neighborhood and by using video surveillance from citizens and businesses to track down the killers. The 5 suspects are, Corey Walker, 19, Keandre D. Rogers, 18, Jaquan Murphy, 21, and 2 juveniles who are not named because of their young age, 17 and 15. CBS News reported that Walker and Rogers are charged with murder with a special circumstance allegation, because the murder was committed during a robbery/burglary. This means that they are both eligible for the death penalty or life without parole if they are convicted. The 2 juveniles have also been charged with murder and robbery. Murphy was later charged with attempted murder. The 5 individuals are members of the Hoover Gang, a criminal organization known for robbing houses of celebrities. The LAPD believes that the home invasion robbery was based on the pictures that Pop Smoke posted online containing the address where he was staying. Pop Smoke was buried on the 5th of March at Greenwood Cemetery, New York. Before Pop Smoke's body was buried, a horse-drawn carriage took a ride through his old neighborhood Canarsie. Hundreds of people came out on the streets to pay their respect as Pop made his final ride through Canarsie. On the 14th of May, Stephen Victor announced that Pop Smoke's debut studio album would be released on June 12, 2020. 50 Cent became executive producer of the album. 50 gained interest in finishing the album for Pop and he wanted to executive produce it. Stephen Victor couldn't bring it up to himself to listen to Pop Smoke's music after his death because he was too sad. However, 50 Cent convinced him to continue working on it so, just like Pop always wanted, that his debut album would be released during the summer. With 50 Cent as executive producer, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon was supposed to be released on June 12, 2020. Due to the death of George Floyd, the label decided to postpone the release out of respect. Instead, the lead single of the album, Make It Rain, featuring Rowdy Rebel was released on that day. This was the first single with Pop Smoke as lead that was released after his death. Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon was eventually released on the 3rd of July. Complex has written an interesting article on how every single song on this album was made. The album would end up as one of the biggest albums of 2020 and it debuted at number 1 of the Billboard 200 chart units in its first week. Pop Smoke made history with this. He is the first hip-hop artist who posthumously debuted with his debut album at number 1 of the Billboard 200 chart. On July 20th, what would be Pop Smoke's 21st birthday, the deluxe version of the album dropped. More information about the album can be found at the Pop Smoke discography page. Not only was Pop Smoke a great music artist, he also got himself a role in the movie Boogie. The movie is written and directed by Eddie Huang and it was released on the 5th of March, 2021. The story is about Alfred Chin, also known as Boogie. He is a Chinese high school basketball player who dreams of playing in the NBA one day. However, he faces a lot of challenges, such as high school problems, racism and rivals like Monk, played by Pop Smoke. The soundtrack of Boogie contained 2 new Pop Smoke songs. No Cap Remix, featuring M24 and Fashion, featuring Polo G. This shows that Pop Smoke had a huge potential, not only music-wise, but also in other areas such as acting. It is really sad that we never got the chance to see what Bashar could fully achieve during his life. However, we can conclude that Pop Smoke was meant for greatness and that the sky was never the limit. The family of Pop Smoke announced that they would continue to work on the Shoot for the Stars Foundation. Pop Smoke always wanted to make music for the youth and for the kids who, just like him, grew up in poverty. This is exactly the target audience for the Shoot for the Stars Foundation. The foundation is focused on helping the inner youth to shoot for the stars and help turn their pain into champagne by making their dreams a reality. The foundation was founded by Pop Smoke before he died and his family will continue his aspiration to inspire and help the youth. Although Pop Smoke's songs aren't directly about racism or police brutality, Dior became one of the anthems during the Black Lives Matter protests in New York. It is great to see how much love the city of New York showed, and still shows, to Pop Smoke. As last but not least, Pop Smoke's DJ confirmed that there are approximately 400 songs left of Pop. However, we do not know how many songs are meant to be released and how many songs are finished. We still have some good news to finish with, because Stephen Victor confirmed that we can expect more music projects from Pop Smoke in the future.